Hey folks, it's time for Tattoo TV.
On television, make your decision. Tattoo TV.
So I'm here with Matt Shamah. We're here in San Jose tonight at the Analog opening. And so, what are your thoughts as you get into this new spot? Are you looking to accomplish anything new that you weren't before?
Pretty excited. Just change the scenery should be good for me. Actually, I'm gonna try and change things up a little bit. I might go from working 6 days a week or 7 days a week to working 4. And spend a little bit more time on my drawings. Tattoo a little bit less, but still stay nice and busy 4 solid days a week.
Right.
Get to spend those nights working on drawings. And I try to progress that a little bit instead of just banging out tattoos like crazy that I've been for the last handful of years.
And you feeling like after the push of the last book, maybe needing to slow down a little bit?
Not so much slowing down, just changing focus. Yes.
More time in the drawing.
Yeah, just more time in drawing, researching drawing. I think that's actually one of the things that I like the most about the book. I need to spend more time in drawing. Not to say that they're horrible or anything like that. It's just there's so much room for improvement. Why not focus on that? I'd rather make one really great tattoo as opposed to making like 4 or 5 really good ones. You know, there are 2 or 3 pretty good ones. You know.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna try and make each one a little bit better, and maybe just make a couple of.
Cool. One of the things that I saw coming out of you in the book were a lot of Japanese style type things. Are you trying to stay true to the traditional style? Are you trying to infuse other influences into it? Where do you want to go?
Japanese stuff?
Yeah.
Old school, man.
Old school.
I like the old school stuff.
Lots of black.
Horashi 2, Horashi 3, Hokoi, stuff like that.
Okay.
I like the old school characters. I like the other stuff too. Pretty much anything Japanese I really like as long as it's done well. But for me, the style of tattoo that I like to make is more like old school gangster. That kind of stuff. I like it real tough looking.
Sure.
I don't want too fancy and too girly. I mean, obviously, sometimes you do tattoos on girls that don't want tough looking tattoos. So
right.
You do them a little bit more than that or whatever like that.
Sure.
But if I have my way, then I'll make them kind of
Sure. When you work in Japan regularly, when you go there, do you find Japanese people asking you for traditional style Japanese tattoos?
I'm getting to do a little bit more Japanese stuff over there. The last few years I've done a lot of like that kind of odd traditional American stuff that I do. But in the last couple of years I've started doing more and more Japanese stuff. And that just kind of counts with building clientele and talking to people and letting them know that you're into it and then they see it, you know. So I don't really put a whole lot of my Japanese stuff out there. So I think if you're from like the Bay Area or San Jose or something like that, you see a lot of it out that I've done. But I don't really put a whole lot of it out, like as far as like the internet or anything like that. So not a lot of people around in the tattoo industry are really aware that I'm even doing it. Maybe now a little bit after the book, but before that nobody even really knew that I was doing it. And realistically, that's what I was doing more than anything else.
Do you think that some of the people in Japan might look to Western artists to receive traditional Japanese tattoos as a way to avoid some of the stigma that might come along with receiving traditional Japanese tattoos from gangsters there?
I don't think so.
No.
I think they'd probably rather have it done by somebody Japanese. To be honest with you. It's easier, it's more comfortable for them, you know. So I think in my opinion, I'd say.
Okay. All right. They're looking to Americans, Europeans to get a souvenir of something that's happening here.
I don't know. It's so hard to speak for other people.
Right,
I'm not too sure. I mean, I know most of the stuff I do over there is I'm doing American stuff on kids that are into that kind of traditional American stuff too, which is getting pretty popular over there. Has been for a while, really.
So it's maybe more of a fashion-driven.
I think so. It's more of a style thing. You know? I think they're just into that style. Because most of the kids I tattoo over there, I mean, the kids that I tattoo that I do Japanese stuff on, they pretty much only have Japanese stuff tattoos on them. The kids that I do American stuff on, they pretty much only have American stuff on. It's just different.
Right.
I suppose. I honestly don't think they're going to seek out like an American or European tattoo artist from the Japanese to separate themselves from that like stigma of being associated with Japanese or whatever. That, I don't think most kids that are kind of younger out there aren't really too worried about. If they're getting big tattoos, they're not too worried about what other people are doing.
That's pretty much gotten to be a thing of the past in Japan.
No, it's still there. But I mean, I'm just saying. I think a lot of the young kids don't worry about it quite so much as some of people my age or a little older.
So you're originally from Southern California area? And is there anything about working in Northern California that you prefer?
Bay Area is kind of
It's a mecca.
It's kind of a mecca for us. But if you take into consideration how many good, really solid tattooers there are in one 50-mile radius,
Right, exactly.
100-mile radius,
it's got to be one of the highest concentrations in the world of high-quality tattoos available.
Yeah, it seems like New York's catching up pretty quick, but there's a lot of really good tattooers out in New York now too. But yeah, I think Bay Area is pretty stacked with good tattooers. It's a nice place to be. You see a lot of good tattoos. It tends to be pretty inspiring. You got to work real hard to keep up, but it's a good thing.
I guess any thoughts on your mind as you're coming into this next phase that you want to share?
Goes good.
I'm sure it'll be fine, right?
Yeah.
Just kind of continuing on.
Yeah, I'm just kind of going. I think everything's going to be fine. We've all been in this town long enough to where I don't think it's really going to be too much of a hiccup.
Well, thanks a lot, Matt. It's been a pleasure talking with you, and best of luck in your adventure.
Yeah. Thanks. You didn't even ask me any hard questions. I didn't even have to say anything.
Thanks for tuning in, and remember, tattooing is a profession. So please, don't try this at home.
Watch out, honey, I'm a show fire. I'm bundled up in wired and tension. I'm walking like a giant, baby, perfect like Peter. I swear I come in good intention. I bet you can't put me down, sugar can't put me neither. Something about some cosmic intention.